Gemini, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of October 2023. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Felix is playing with the spring in his favorite spot by the door. And I can see him. Let's see. There's a lot of stink bugs around. I don't know what the hell is going on this year with the invasion of stink bugs. They're everywhere. But it's just over the last couple of days. Let's see, Gemini, what is going on for you? Man, that chipmunk is loud and distressed. Probably nothing's happening, but the Hangman for the overall energy. So not much by the looks of it. This is definitely an energy of standing by, pausing, you know, not really taking much action on things, just kind of letting things flow, trying to look at something from different angles, possibly. I don't know. It's a good, smooth, calm energy that's coming through. So in starting off the reading, the Three of Cups crossed by the Knight of Cups. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of intentional love in a particular direction, just sending that energy of love. Now that could mean that there's someone in particular that you're kind of aiming this energy at, or it's just, now Juno's playing, or it's just kind of surrounding yourself with that kind of an energy, you know, from friends, family, whoever you surround yourself with, kind of looking for that exchange of love. So it's quite nice. And okay, and you're focused, the Hermit. So you are actually kind of inward by the looks of it. There's definitely a whole lot of healing going on at the moment for you, so it's no surprise you're in the Hangman there. You're kind of, I love this energy for you, you know, you're kind of chilling, but chilling inside of yourself there, kind of grooving in there. You're like, okay, you know, just go with the flow. It's whatever's going on outside, but I'm doing my thing inside. It's cool. Okay. In the recent past, the King of Wands. This could be an energy of someone you may have felt attraction towards. Maybe. I don't know. In your strength, the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of openness here. That's the irony of it all, because you seem to be very much inside but very much outside too, but only outside with energy that's really good, feeling really good for you, which makes sense. When you're doing the work inside, it's going to reflect outside of yourself like that. So in a way it makes sense, in a way it's a little contradictory, because it's like, well, if you're inward, then what's going on outward, you know? But a lot is happening inward and outward. That's good. In the immediate future, the Ace of Wands, there's the action, there's energy starting to move more towards things that may feel or look passionate. There's a lot of commotion inside the house there. Cats are playing. Dog is sleeping. He played with the neighbor for like an hour and he's out. With the neighbor's dog. That's his BFF. I have a funny story, if I remember to tell you about that. About their friendship towards the end of the reading, I'll tell you. But let's get over with this one. The supportive energy, the Sun, that's happiness. That's the happiest card in the deck. That's a lot of happiness. You're on a good wave here, by the looks of it. Energetically speaking, I hope to God you're taking this wave and not missing it. But the energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Strength card, it takes a lot to keep these energies kind of together and work through them. It takes a lot. It's not easy, you know? Come here. Come here. Blue, come here. Good boy. Good boy. Go back to bed. Go back to bed. It's not easy to sustain this kind of wave, to stay in this wave, basically. In your hopes and fears, the Temperance card, I don't know, this reading kind of reinforces the same thing over and over again. Lots of healing. And it's the, you know, because healing kind of goes up and down and up and down. You seem to be on an up wave, where you seem to be experiencing the good part of healing at this moment. You know, it's gonna be here for a minute, so enjoy it. In the potential outcome, the Hierophant, very deep, spiritual energy popping in with this one. I don't feel like it's connected to necessarily another person in terms of a very deep commitment or bond you feel with someone. I kind of get the sense that it kind of shoots more towards your beliefs, your values, you know, a lot of work in that department could be shown up for you. So let's clarify. Let me do the Hangman. I see you. Man, I love their playfulness. And then they look outside and they're like, can you see us? Yeah, I can see you. For the Hangman, you get the Sun, the Eight of Wands, the Magician. Man, I don't know what's going on here, but I want to be a Gemini. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Even if it's for 5 minutes, the energy is so intense and so good, so positive. It's not even funny. And you're manifesting it. You're calling it towards you. And it's going to come. If you're doing the work inside, you're going to get the same thing outside of yourself. Then why am I getting bees outside of myself? Nah, do not attempt to bother my dog. I'll fuck you over, bee, after you fuck me over. Okay. Let's do the Three of Cups. Six of Cups, the Fool, the Four of Swords. Yeah, soul connection, openness, healing, spending time with the same kind of an energy that you're experiencing inside. So again, surrounding yourself with people, friends, family, even new people that you don't even know, but kind of being drawn in those directions of, I don't know, everything's kind of playing out and tying up in a beautiful way. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Because it seems to, like, I love when I do these kinds of readings and I see this in a reading, but it's not common. So it feels like sometimes these energies come out of nowhere and it's like, okay, well, whatever, you know, just go with it. Don't be like, oh, too good to be true. Ah, fuck it, even if it is, you know. For the Knight of Cups, you get the Tower, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Cups. You're scared though, you know, you have the tendency to shut it down. Like, the tendency is there. I don't see you shutting it down, but the tendency is there based on what I just said. Man, this is too good to be true. That shuts it down. Because that's fear. You're bringing in that whole sense of, this is happening, but it is too good to be true. So then the universe hears you and it responds, oh, too good to be true, then let's not give you that. Let's give you what you're used to. Not so good. That's true, right? You know? So you have that tendency. I see you jumping there at times. And that disconnects you from what's going on inside of you, and then that disconnects you from attracting outside of yourself that kind of an energy. Let me do the Hermit. In your focus, the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles. Here, you're kind of pointing me out towards a bigger picture. You're saying, I want something brand new that's gonna work good for me when it comes to my own sense of stability. So it almost feels like you're either looking for something new, or you have been, I feel like you have been looking for something for quite a while to create that, you know, to put together that sense of stability for you. Because you feel like you don't have it necessarily. Yeah, you've been sitting on this one for a while. You're still working on it. Let me do this King of Wands. In the recent past. The King of Swords, the Lovers, the Four of Cups. That's a bummer. Because, yeah, this does look like somebody else that you were looking at and possibly even convinced yourself that, this could be it. I don't know if it was, because it ends with a little bit of a bummer. It ends here. You're okay. I know. It's the neighbor's dog. And you're fine, but no need to bark, okay? It doesn't end necessarily. My reading about it ends with a little bit of a disappointed, kind of energy around this. You're fine. Go back to bed. I'm trying to get him to... I left for a little bit of a vacation, and I left him with my mom for a few days, and he's developed a little bit of not so great habits because he was given too much freedom. That's what grandmas do. Okay, do whatever you want. No. So when I came back, I found him barking all of a sudden at neighbors' dogs. Not aggressive bark, as you can hear, but still, I'm like, you didn't used to do that. What happened? So, trying to bring that down a bit. For the Eight of Wands in your strength, you get the Seven of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. You're very much, this energy is present, definitely present. The one where you share whatever you're working on internally, through your healing, you're sharing that with your outer world, friends, family, whoever surrounds you, and it's going on. It's perfect. You do have this specific focus on your own sense of stability, and sometimes it pulls you away from that, where you don't realize that. It almost feels like you're taking this other side of sharing that energy and exchanging that energy for granted at times. It's like, well, it's still there. It's okay. I got to focus on this. And things become very serious in this energy right here. Very more serious than this one, where it's a natural flow. It's just there. Whether it's serious or not serious, it's usually more playful than serious. But this one, because you're so focused on it and you're so intentional in it, it's like, okay, let's get the shit started. Let's do this, kind of a thing. And I feel like you don't even necessarily have a specific plan. It's just that the energy just becomes very serious, when you go in that direction. And you tend to disconnect from this one. And it feels to me like if you could find a place of balance between the two, because this one would definitely help you out here, This one, if it becomes too serious, too rigid, I don't know, So if you could find some sort of balance there, that would be great. Ace of Wands in the immediate future. You get the Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. That's beautiful freaking energy right there. That's the balance that I just talked about. The beautiful, happy, loving, and the more rigid, serious, like, okay, we got to get this done and this done and this done. Put those together, you get the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Something is opening you up in that direction of finding that balance, which is freaking amazing. Something that comes from within yourself, and then comes the answer from the outside, and then that's your cue. So, I don't know. Let's do the Sun, the supportive energies. The World card, the High Priestess, the Three of Swords. You're scared, though. You're scared. It's like you're this close. You're like half a step away from happiness. And something inside of you keeps on pulling you back, and you call that intuition. Your intuition would never pull you away from your happiness, just so you know. That's your mind, that's your pain, that's your fear. There's something else in there that pretends to be your intuition and says, don't go there. Happiness, no good. No. The good news about this specific situation right here, where you're half a step away from happiness, is that whatever's keeping you away from that is starting to close out. It's starting to, as a cycle, it's starting to close down. So it's going to feel less and less like you want to pull away from your own happiness. This is a nice reading. Let's do the Strength card. Come here. Sorry for the whistles, especially for those with ear pods. For the Strength card, you get the King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. King of Wands again, huh? Who is this in the past there? Because you're giving me a sense of, things didn't work out in the way that I expected them to, and but maybe I'm open as a friendship, for this, or... But that's coming or becoming less and less. So you seem to be, you know, in a place of, okay, I'm open to this, but it's not taking your focus as much as it did, this situation, you know. It's become more about you rather than, let me focus on them. Let's do the Temperance card. In your hopes and fears, the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Strength card. I see fear showing up from time to time, and I see you identifying that, and at times it stresses the hell out of you when it does, because it feels like it's interfering with all of this process. I also see that it takes a lot for you to let it pass through, to kind of recognize that, okay, fear is here. Instead of me rejecting it, let me let it, see what it goes, what it does. Let me be the observer of it instead of ran by it, you know. So it's a very interesting way of dealing with fear that is shifting for you for the better. Rather than letting fear run the show, you're kind of watching it to see what it does. Sometimes it's stressful as hell, but it's interesting because you're not chasing fear away anymore. You're looking at it. You're staring at it. That's a process. That's very healing, what's happening here. Let's do the Hierophant. Ooh. In the potential outcome, you get the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. You're shifting. At a very deep level, you're in your belief system, in your value system, in everything you system, you're shifting. There's a big shift happening right now. And you're stepping into your power big time. And not only are you able to put that into the world, the immediate world around you, friends, family, or whatever, it's kind of pouring out. It can't help it. This energy that you're acquiring, that you're kind of shifting into. So you've got one of the best readings I've done for you in quite a while. Oops. Okay, universe, chill. Okay? You gotta tell them sometimes that, you know, it's not gonna go to their heads. Stop it, universe. I felt a little bit of universe kind of like, hey, chill with that, because it might, you know, they might go crazy with it. Let them. It's fine. From the universe, you get the Queen of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Wands. All right. All of these energies that I talked about, you're starting off with that kind of an energy of, you know, kind of opening up your heart, opening yourself up, and sharing that with whoever's next to you. You're in it right now in terms of finding that balance between that, keeping that, and still focusing on whatever you need to do, the more serious stuff. It's going to take a little bit until you find that balance. So you may experience at times this kind of an energy of, oh, I'm going out there in the world and I'm sharing this energy of beautiful love, happiness, whatever, with friends, family, whoever. Oh, it feels nice. But let me get down to business too. So it kind of feels like a little split up right now. And in terms of finding that balance between the two, where you can utilize both energies at the same time, it's going to take a minute for it to settle down into that balance, but you'll get there. Cool. Now let me tell you the story about Blue and the neighbor's dog. So this morning they played out in their backyard for about an hour, and his owner, my neighbor, tells me, so I was with Stella, her dog, which is a retriever, golden. I was with her at the vet cutting her nails, and everybody knows her there. She's the sweetest dog ever. She sits, she doesn't run like crazy, she's very well behaved and all of that. And at some point a tech opened the door and she jumped out of there, started running like crazy, like, oh, like she's never done that in her entire life. And then I look and she runs directly towards what she thought and I thought was Blue. And then I look at the owner of Blue and it wasn't you. And I'm like yelling at Stella, like, that's not Blue. And Stella gets to Blue. She gets really close to the dog, sniffs the dog, and then she does something like, she realized it wasn't Blue. We apparently have another dog in the neighborhood who's a girl, that looks exactly like Blue, because the other day I got crossed by a car, saying, this lady coming to me and saying, I'm gonna pull over in front of you because I need to tell you a funny story. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I was driving down the street and I looked to the left and I'm like, who's walking my dog? Because that's not me. And then I look at the dog and I'm like, that's not my dog, but they look so much alike. And she showed me the picture. Yes, they do look alike. They're around the same age. They might be related, which would be quite funny if they were from the same litter. But she got hers, and it's a girl. She got hers from a foster situation. I don't know where her original place of birth was, because I got him from Indiana, but I gotta find that lady now and figure it out, if they're brother and sister, because she does live like probably 5 minutes away, not even. So that would be quite interesting if they're from the same. Yeah, I know. Come here. That's Stella. We played with her. But that was a funny story with Stella at the vet, going to play with her buddy, like, Blue is here. You know. Let's do the Enchanted Map Oracle to close this off for you. Oh, number 44. The Strength card. Not that strength, but this strength. That's a beautiful imagery there. Of course you would get that after this reading. I'm a little jealous right now that I'm not a Gemini, but I gotta have some Gemini in my chart, and I do somewhere, I don't remember where. 44, Strength. Your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power. The strength to accomplish even the most daunting tasks is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. Duh. The Strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As the potency of your connections become more obvious, you're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage and dive in, for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that your real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. Told you. Told you. So, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.